What's up, guys? Welcome to this episode of RKFA. So we got a DIY, guys. We're gonna get my 2015 lime green native Propel Slayer kayak. We are gonna add some rod holders to make and install our rod holder. We're gonna add our the prop indexer for the drive. So all it is, we'll pull it out here in a little while. It is a spring-loaded indexer, so in order for the drive to come up, the prop has to be straight up and down. This will allow the prop to align so that you can pull the drive up a whole lot easier than trying to mess with the pedal. Yeah, so this would be a very good upgrade. We're adding a hatch, so we're gonna add some Yak Attack roto grip rod or paddle holders. These rod holders are by Yak Gear. We have some little thumb screws that I'm gonna add on to the kayak. These are by Native. And then we have some Yak Gear rivets that we're gonna utilize to put these rod holders on. And then of course we have some PVC. We have our tape measure. We have our riveting gun, a 2-inch hole saw, our drill, some silicone, and our drill bit. So what I've been doing, and I'm just gonna be on the video, I've been doing some maintenance on the kayak trailer. So I bought a wire brush that goes on the grinder, and I've just been going to town on that thing and just kind of hitting up the rusty spots. Alright, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get this stuff out of the table, get the kayak here, and start working on it. Alright guys, so this particular kayak, this particular gear did not come with any rod holders, so we're going to flush mount these guys on each side. We're going to take the measurements off of this one here that I had already built. So whatever the distance from center to center here is what's going to be drilled and mounted here. So let's get started, guys. Alright, so we have 18 inches outside to outside. So the size of PVC that goes in here is 1.25 inches. So it'll slide very nicely in there. Ah, cool, it's with hardware. Nice. We got 3 rivets, some stainless steel nuts and bolts, and little anchor points. Cool. We need a marker. Okay, so it's 18 inches from outside to outside. So we're gonna go ahead and take the center of our kayak, more or less, which is gonna be 9 inches. We'll just put a small little dot, more or less the center. So about there, and about here. We just wanna make sure that it's centered. So X marks the spot. X marks the spot. Guys, please double check your measurements because it's gonna be a big hole, 2 big holes, and we don't wanna mess up. Are y'all ready? Let's do it. Alright, here we go. First hole. Ouch. That hurt. Alright guys, we got 1 hole done. And that kind of hurt. You don't want to just be punching holes in your kayak. Second hole. Ouch. Well, there we go, guys. We got 2 perfectly drilled holes. I hope they're the right measurements. Just kidding. Right. looks like we're gonna have to get our file and just file just a hair so that this sits flat. And we're just gonna oval out this back section a little bit so that this lays flat. Alright guys, so obviously this little sandpaper didn't work. I couldn't find my file, but I did find my Dremel tool, so we're gonna use that to oval out the holes just a hair. Oh yeah, way better. Almost there. There we go. Perfect. Hey, all right, there we go. Dremel always comes in clutch, guys. All right. Now that we have our holes made, all right, so now we're gonna mark the holes so that we can get these drilled out and get the rivets on here so that we can get these mounted permanently. There we go. What size drill bit are we using? Alright. So the drill bit we want to use, we want to make sure and not exceed this size. So that's about right. We might have to go just a hair bigger. Here we go. So here's the drill bit that we will use. Guys, please take your time, don't rush things, because when you rush things get messed up. Knock on wood. Alright, so I'm gonna use just a little bit of silicone. I'm gonna put a bead around this hole and one on each one of these, that way we have no water leakage. So I'm not gonna use a caulking gun, I'm just going to squeeze the tube since it is brand new. Just a little, you don't overdo it, guys. Alright. Oh, our rivet gun. We want to make sure these guns come with different size tips. So depending on your size of rivet, it's gonna be the ones that correspond to it. So there we go. Alright guys, let's take our rod holder. Here, we want to go ahead and get our rivet started. There we go. One down. Number 2 down. There we go, guys. We got one successful rod holder installed. Now on to the next one. Same thing, this clean hole. Put a small bead of silicone. go, guys. 2 rod holder installs. Pretty simple. This next step is going to be building the top section of the rod holder. Let's see. So we have 19.5 outside to outside. Right? No big. Who said it was going to be perfect, right? So we're going to build the one out of scratch, and we're going to use it for this one. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and now take it outside, build our kayak rack. We'll take this guy outside and get it installed. I hope you guys enjoyed this portion here. It's pretty easy to do. I guess just having the actual materials available on hand so that the install is facilitated. Alright guys, let's go ahead and clean this mess up and go outside. Alright guys, so instead of 18, we figured on this one, we're gonna go 19.5. So measurements were a little off, not a problem. Okay, so from the outside to outside, guys, it's 19.5 inches. Now we just need to figure the distance between here, here, and here. So once again, guys, it's not going to be exactly perfect. We just want it pretty darn close. It looks like we're doing about an inch in between. Okay. So I'm not touching the outside ones because that's the exact measurements that we need. So we're just gonna figure, let's try 1.25 inches. See, off we go. Okay, 1.25 there, 1.25 there, 1 3/8, 1.25 inch. All right, it looks like we'll do 1.25 inches, which overall OD will leave us about 19 and maybe 5/8. So about that much wider, but 1.25 inches in between, plus we're gonna have let's see, okay, so 1.25 inches plus 1 3/8 plus 1 3/8, 1.25, oh, 3 inches. Okay, 3 inches. So the pipes that I need to cut to go in here are gonna be 3 inches. So I need 1, 2, 3 inch long. So we're gonna go outside and cut it with a chop saw. Alright guys, here we go. Freshly cut pipe. Alright, we have 19 3/4. So about a 1/4 inch off. Not bad at all. Now we're gonna go ahead and glue them, and then we'll start on our legs. Alright guys, when gluing these, you want to make sure you're on a flat surface. You don't want these cockeyed. So let's go ahead and get our stuff right. Here we go. Here we go. So I'm gonna glue this one to this one, this one to this one, this one to this one. Glue, make sure it goes all the way in. Now we're gonna glue this one to this one. Let's try not to make a mess this time. There we go. Now we're gonna put this to this one. There we go. Here comes the fun part, y'all. Alright guys, we gotta be quick here. So I'm gonna put the glue in here, stick this, make sure it goes all the way in, and then we're going to lay it flat and make sure that we're not cockeyed. Alright, here we go. Glue, make sure it goes all the way in, and make sure it's flat. There we go. Now we're gonna go ahead and put this other end together. in and make sure that it is flat and straight. Now, the last one, all the way in, and it's flat. Boom, guys. Well, there it is, guys. All right, next step is our legs. All right, guys, let's go ahead and measure these first, so I can go ahead and cut these. We'll put them on, then we'll worry about the height here in just a second. Now we're looking at 8 inches. All right, so we're gonna cut 4 8-inch sections. Alright guys, we have our 8-inch sections. Let's go ahead and put them together. They're all gonna go straight in. I think it'll be easier if we do this instead. 2. Go. We have our top section done. Now we're going to work on the 45s. We're going to put on the 45s at the ends, and then we're going to measure the height. Ready? 45s in place. So far, so good, guys. What do y'all think? Alright, how tall do we want it? I wonder how we slide a leg. Oh, right on. Alright, let's go. How deep the rabbit hole goes. Not bad at all, guys. Not bad at all. Man, that's nice, y'all. Here we go. All we gotta do now is just paint it, and that's it. Get it on the water. Alright, let's go ahead and throw some black paint on this thing, and we should be done with it. What do you guys think? You want to start with the light mist just to get the paint to start sticking. That way you don't get fish eyes. Just get that first light coating, and then the paint should stick fine. We want to get the inside of the rod holder. That way, somebody takes a peek in there, they see that it's all painted. Let's sit here and dry. What do you guys think? Pretty cool, huh? Alright guys, let me show y'all how to install the hatch. Boom. Just kidding. Alright, so you're gonna run your bungee crisscross, and just run it through these little guides. It'll come find some sort of alright, that's it. So we're going to be installing these Kayak Roto Grip paddle holders. So this is what I use on my other 2 kayaks, and they go right on the rail. Pretty cool. And they got their Facebook page, Instagram and YouTube channel. Check them out. Very easy to install, fellas. And just, you don't want to over tighten them because then you'll cross thread these plastics. So the Velcro that I use to strap down or to help secure my paddle and my power pole anchor stick is this right here. So this roll is a 1-wrap roll. I get it at Academy. I believe Walmart carries it too. So all it is a roll of Velcro. One side's got the soft material and the other side's got the hook material. So I just run it underneath and it Velcros on its own. Pretty easy guys. So just allow plenty of material, better safe than sorry. So that's more than enough, but I will use that. There we go, man. Our paddle will be secured, won't come off. Alright guys, so now we're gonna install the Propel prop indexer. We'll get our drive. Alright guys, there it is. We got our prop indexer installed, and all it was is 1 and 2 little nuts and bolts. So when you're going down the water, then you need to bring your prop up or your drive. Just bring that down, and the prop will hit the indexer. And all you do is just lift the drive from the bottom. There we go. Pretty easy, pretty simple install. Alright guys, now that that's done, let's go ahead and I think we're ready to install our rod holders. So pretty easy. I'm just gonna align the holes and then just push the drive, or not push the drive. Align the holes and push this down as far as it can go. Here we go, guys. Alright guys, here we go. Got my 2015 lime green native Propel Slayer ready to hit the water. So what I did was I added once again the hatch. I went ahead and painted that little crossbar on the drive. I added the prop indexer, the Yak Attack Roto Grip pad holders, the 2 Velcro straps, the rod holder install, and then my PVC rod holder that was made and installed. There we go, guys, ready to hit the water. Slayer Propel instant reverse, can't go wrong, guys. Yeah.